In this presentation, we are going to consider one problem related to operators that we already studied in the previous lectures. Let's consider the problem. What is the output of the following C program fragment? Assume size of integer is 4 bytes. Here inside this particular main function, I have declared one variable I and assigned it a value 5. I declared another variable var and assigned it an expression, which is a size of operator, and inside this size of operator, I have provided I++. And after that, we are trying to print the value of I as well as the value of var. Now what would be the output? Is it A, 5,4? Is it B, 6,4? Is it C, 5,8? Or is it D, compiler error? Try to get the output of this particular program on your own. Okay, now let's try to understand the code. Here in this code, we need to focus on the size of operator, right? Inside the size of operator, I have written I++, which is of course post incrementing the value of I. It doesn't really matter what is there inside the size of operator, it will return the size of that operand. In this example, variable I is provided inside the size of operator. Therefore, size of operator will return the size of this particular variable. Because I is of integer type, therefore 4 bytes is returned. Right? This is for sure that this particular variable var would contain value 4 after performing this operation. Therefore, C cannot be the answer because here the size of this particular operand printed is 8. Therefore, C cannot be the answer. It can be B or it can be A. You might think the answer is B, as inside the size of operator, this particular expression will get evaluated, that is post incrementing the value of I. After post increment, value becomes 6 and 6, 4 will get printed, right? No, this is not the answer. Now this is the one point we need to understand. Why B cannot be the answer? Let's try to understand by considering the original documentation of C99 standard. First of all, let's try to understand what a C standard is. C standard is the language specification which is adopted by all C compilers across the globe. Please note down this point. C standard is the language specification. Whatever is provided inside the C standard, it needs to be adopted by all the C compilers which are available across the globe. Like for example, inside the C standard, something is written about the for loop that explains its functionality. Then all C compilers must have to adopt the functionality of for loop which is provided by the C standard. Okay? C99 is the older version of C standard adopted in 1999, and C11 is the latest revised version of C standard adopted in 2011. Now, according to C99 standard, the size of operator yields the size of its operand, which is in bytes, right? That is the functionality of size of operator, which may be an expression or a parenthesized name of a type. It can be an expression or it can be a type like int, float, long, double, etc. Size is determined from the type of the operand. This is very important. Size is determined from the type of the operand and not operand itself. If suppose you provided an operand, like in our example, we are providing the operand I. Therefore, size of this operand is determined from its type, which is integer type. If the type of the operand is a variable length array type, then the operand is evaluated. Otherwise, the operand is not evaluated. Please note down this point. Here, if the operand type is a variable length array type, then the operand is evaluated. Otherwise, the operand is not evaluated and the result is an integer constant. Now we don't need to bother about variable length array type in this particular lecture. We will talk about variable length arrays later in this course. What we need to focus is on the line, otherwise the operand is not evaluated. Therefore we can say that I++ inside size of is not evaluated, right? As in our example, inside this size of operator we have I++. This must not get evaluated according to C99 standard. If it is a variable length array type, then it will get evaluated, otherwise it will not get evaluated. Therefore post increment will not be performed, and therefore output is A54, not 64.